Once, long ago, a land far away, there lived a little character who ran through a way, looking for cheese to nourish them and make them happy. Two were mine, named Sniff and Scurry, and two were little people, beings who were as small as mice, and looked and acted like people today. Their names were Ham and Hoa. Due to their small size, it was easy not to be noticed for doing. But if you look across enough, you could discover most amazing things. Every day, the mice and the little people would spend time in bed looking for their special trees. The mice, Sniff and Scurry, possessing only simple root and brain, with good instinct, searched for the hard nibbling trees they liked, as mice often do. The two little people, Ham and Hoa, used their brain, filled their mini beliefs, to search for the different kind of trees with a capital C, which their belief would make them feel happy and successful. As different mice and little people were, they shared something in common. Every morning they each put on their jogging suit and running shoes, left their little home, and raced out into the maze, looking for their favorite trees. The maze was heaven with calendar chamber, some containing delicious trees, but there were also dark corners and blind alleys leading nowhere. It was an easy place for anyone to get lost. However, for those who found their way, the maze held secrets that let them enjoy a better life. The mice, Sniff and Scurry, used the simple trial and error method finding trees. They ran on a calendar, and if you proved it empty, they turned the land on another. They remembered carries in the tree and quickly went to a new area. Sniff will smell out the general direction your tree using a great note, and Scurry would lace ahead. They got lost in my respect when you were off long direction and often bumped into the wall. However, two little people, Ham and Hoa, had very complex brain. With the leaves and emotion, the mad life made you more complicated and challenging. They realized your sophisticated might find the cheat, depending on their ability to think and learn from their past experience, although their ability is sometimes clouded by the look they think. Eventually, in their own way, they all discover what they are looking for. They each found their own kind of cheese one day, at the end of one of the calendar in Cheese Station C. Every morning after that, the mice and little people dressed in their running gear and headed over to Cheese Station C. It wasn't too long before they established their routine. Sniff and Scurry continued to wake a little every day and raced through maze, always following the same route. When they arrived at their destination, the mice took off their running shoes, tied them together, and hung them around the neck, so they got there quickly and never needed them again. Then they enjoyed the trees. In the beginning, Ham and Hoa also raced toward Cheese Station C every morning to enjoy the tasty numerous little wisdom. But after a while, a different routine set in for little people. Ham and Hoa awoke each day a little later, dressed a little slower, and walked to Cheese Station C. After all, they knew where the cheese was and how to get there. They had no idea where the cheese came from or who put it there. They just assumed it to be there. As soon as Ham and Hoa arrived at Cheese Station C, each morning they settled in the maid them home. They hung up their jogging suits, put away their running shoes, and put on their slippers. They were becoming very comfortable now that they had found the cheese. "This is great," Ham said. "There's not cheese will last forever." The little people felt happy and successful, and thought they were not secure. It wasn't long before Ham and Hoa regarded cheese and found the Cheese Station C as their tea. It was such a large store of cheese that they eventually moved their home to be closer to it and built a social life around it. To make themselves feel more home, Ham and Hoa decorated the wall with saying and even drew a picture of the cheese around them, which made them smile. One read, "Having cheese makes you happy." Sometime Ham and Hoa with their friends by to see their pile cheese station C and point their reply saying, "Very nice cheese, huh?" Sometimes they share with friends and sometimes they didn't. "We deserve this cheese," Ham said. "We didn't work hard to find it." He picked up the nice fresh pea and ate it. After, Ham fell asleep, as it often did. Every night little people would arrive home with a tree, and every morning it would come them to return for more. This went on for quite some time. After a while, Ham and Hoa's confidence grew into the arrogance of sex. Soon they became so comfortable they didn't even notice what happened. As time went on, Sniff and Scurry continued their routine. They arrived early each morning, and sniffed and scurried around the station C, inspecting the area to see if there had been a change from there before. Then, with danced the nipple on the cheese. One morning they arrived at cheese station C and discovered there was no cheese. They weren't surprised, since Sniff and Scurry noticed the supply of cheese getting smaller every day. They were prepared and inevitable and knew instinctively what to do. They looked at each other. To move the running shoes they tied together, hung convenient around their neck, put them on their sink, and laced them up. The minds did not overanalyze things. To the mind, the problem and the answer were both simple. The situation cheese station C had changed, so Sniff and Scurry decided to change. They both looked out at Maze. Then Sniff, "If it's no, Sniff," and nodded to Scurry, who took off running to Maze, where Sniff followed as fast as could. They were quickly off in search of new cheese. Later that same day, Ham and Hoa arrived at cheese station C. They had not been paying attention to small changes that were taking place each day, so they took for granted their cheese over there. They were unprepared for what they found. "What? No cheese?" Ham yelled. He continued yelling, "No cheese? No cheese?" As though if you shouted louder enough, someone would put it back. "Who moved my cheese?" he hollered. Finally, he put his hands on his hips, his face turned red, and he screamed at the top of his voice, "It's not fair!" Hoa just shook his head in disbelief. He too had counted finding cheese at station C. He stood there for a long time, frozen with shock. He was just not ready for this. Ham was yelling something, but Hoa didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to deal with facing it, so he just tuned everything out. The little people's behavior not very attractive, productive, but it wasn't understandable. Finding cheese wasn't easy, and it meant a great deal more to the little people than just having to eat every day. Finding cheese was the little people's way of getting what they thought they needed to be happy. They have their own idea what cheese meant to them, depending on their taste. For some, finding cheese was having a material thing. For others, it was in good health or developing a spiritual sense of well-being. For Hoa, cheese just meant feeling safe, having a loving family someday, and living in a cozy cottage on shattered land. To him, cheese was becoming a big cheese, a charger other, adorning a big house atop Camembert Hill. Because cheese was important to them, two little people spent a long time trying to decide what to do. All they could think of was keep looking around cheese to see if the cheese were really gone. While Sniff and Scurry had quickly moved on, Ham and Hoa continued to him and Hoa. Hoa started to get pressed. What would happen if the cheese wasn't there tomorrow? You must feel the plan based on the cheese. The little people couldn't believe it. How could this happen? No one is warning. It wasn't right. It was not the way things were supposed to be. Ham and Hoa were not hungry and discouraged. But the first they left, Hoa wrote on the wall, "The more important your cheese is to you, the more you will hold on to it." The next day, Ham and Hoa left their home and returned to the station again, wearing specs on how their cheese. The situation